She's in a really good mood.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Maybe you should hit up Esco for some tricks.
I know.
I think that might be fun.
I didn't know you guys had that kind of a, relationship.
Go for things that you do not know could
Oh.
fill such a cavern.
You said girth.
I did, Helen. So proud of you.
Oh, that influence of Vox Machina.
The entendres of
All right.
Yeah. Bex taught me that was funny.
Deception or persuasion?
This is deception.
32.
Living. Let me see your box.
Oh,
Hush!
It is activated by a
Was named Purvan.
yeah, he was.
Purvan. P-U-R-V-A-N.
last name Pedobear.
The scent catches you as soon as you step 5-10 feet into the darkness.
Smells like fart.
It's metallic.
Percy,
Yes.
I've always liked you. From the beginning, I've always liked you.
I've always liked you too.
You are intelligent and charming and
Thank you.
good in a tight spot.
It's the open spaces where I suffer. The tight spots I feel very good about. It's the open spaces. This is a very tight spot.
I would like to be friends with you again. I just have a condition.
Yes.
My penchant for forgiveness with my sister's welfare is razor thin.
I know.
If you can respect that, then we don't have a problem.
Yeah, I want to. Is there a way I can kind of almost like put my hand inside Sundry?
Oh
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you put the
I mean,
it's just made it
it's
weird.
less of a merger and more just like as you touch and connect to the roots, your consciousness and the Sentry's
You're
consciousness.
holding the roots.
Combine.
Dear diary.
Today I touched the Sentry.
Dear Sundry.
It was so turgid.
Kind of lonely nowadays.
So sad.
Oh no, Keyleth. Oh.
You got me, Sundry. I'm here. Shouldn't be lonely.
You around, Keyleth? Nobody can be lonely.
Oh my, that's so. Oh.
He's saying that as you're holding on to his roots.
Don't make it weird, Laura.
Sorry.
It was
weird 5 minutes ago, man.
Has anybody seen Keyleth?
As you go up top, the whole group is gathered there currently.
She's downstairs with her wood.
Did you have fun?
You seem way more relaxed than even an hour ago.
You smell of pine.
Yeah.
And sap.
Yeah.
In the middle of a nearby frozen forest, Percival and Vex probably a fair distance of time apart. Make your no.
That's later.
Your vision suddenly jumps, scats upright to the outside of this cavern opening. You see, skips I meant to say, but I figured nothing escapes Laura's mind. She is our resident 13-year-old.
It was me.
It was actually him. It was him that time.
You're twins, it's fine.
Poopy.
I take mine very quickly
Mentioned.
and walk in the buck, and I find Percival's bath and silently walk in while he's bathing, and I sit in the bath on the other side and just stare for a minute.
You know you're getting weirder. Again, I'm in a bath at the moment. Cut to it, I think. I was really working on something.
I didn't think you were
You made me a little off.
so meek. Anyway, I still plan to honor your request, but I want you to know that you are like a brother to me. Don't say another word. I show him my ass and I leave.
As soon as he leaves, I come up from the water and go, oh! I thought he
How red your face is.
12, is it? Am I hot? I'm pale. I'm a redhead, so I show everything that happens. 12 to 17.
I don't think that came out right.
No, it doesn't. Don't worry about it. I'm really distracted.
Whatever.
God damn it. Can I see Pike?
Pike is right there next to you, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna reach around the corner and do a healing word.
All right, healing word. Alrighty.
What, is it because I said reach around?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Not at all.
Jesus.
Yes.
Everything I say.
Let's
Everything
go for
I
it. So,
say.
level 1, level 2, medium.
Because you're pale and you
Level 1. Because I'm pale and I just show everything.
Go interrupt the party.
Yeah, no, I was going to.
Well, I was going to say, if you're welcome, when we're finishing up, you're welcome in.
Oh, only when you're finishing up.
Well, I
then.
don't know anyone. We obviously did it.
We built our.
I love that so much.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah, we put the whole thing together.
Put the whole thing
The whole thing
together.
together. Phrasing.
Right? Sure.
Man, you're
You hear
going for it.
You hear, as you guys are finishing up, you hear a knock at the door.
Cleaning up your.
Hello.
Yes, come in.
Filled with smoke in here. Oh, hi, Terry.
We were welding. We were welding.
Very exciting on a boat, even. You can go play with Terry some more if you like.
I'm done with Terry for the evening.
Right, then you can play with me.
All right.
And I'll show him the downstairs. And any time you want to use the workshop downstairs, it's a bit thin at the moment.
You seem pretty clean shaven, though.
Yeah, I don't grow thick. It's pretty sparse,
What?
actually.
Whoopsie.
Dirty birds.
I go to the library.
You seem weary. Let's loosen your load.
As the chains begin to snake their way up each one of your bodies, Grog, you feel one come up under your torso and under the gauntlets and begin to loosen the gauntlets on your arm from underneath. Vex, you feel as one kind of curls up, spirals around your leg and finds its way up under your armor, and eventually finds the buckles in the back and begins to undo the armor. All of you find the chains are all beginning to...
I saw this movie.
And I've really only had one romantic experience.
Was it with Doty?
Oh God, that Doty was a machine made of metal. I
it
would
with
never.
We're not judging.
No, it's not judging.
It would have been my first question, too. I'm not going to lie.
Really.
Well, maybe
Sorry.
It was a
bone
joke. It
grip.
was a joke. It was a terrible joke.
He's got a little hole right here in his hand. That
You. Never mind.
Oh!
That was amazing!
Wow!
This winner! Uncontested
You're gonna pay for that. Oh my god, I can feel the radiation.
Anything else? No! Anything else won't compare. Just change it. You know. It's got some girth.
Well machine.
But it can fire a shot, a bullet shot. I've never used it before, but it can shoot something.
It can.
Once, and then takes a short rest to reload.
Yep.
There in the center of the structure is one thick, massive tower that just crawls upward and upward and upward and upward for, even at this point, surmising 15, 20 stories. Before the tip vanishes into the bright light that is descending from the sky above.
Do you think this tower is compensating for something, or maybe it's a representation? Hard to tell.
The door opens and you watch as Kima comes in and kind of brings a little tray with some hot tea and sets it down beside her. Kind of rubs her shoulder a bit, and Allura just looks back at her and kind of nods. You guys are the worst. Laura just kind of puts her face in her hand for a second, rubs her temples. She looks tired. What are you doing?
Oh boy. Dude, boy, I wasn't expecting to attack this turn. I'll do the lightning again because it seemed to have some damage. No, okay. You know what? We gotta block his sword, right?
Yeah.
Shit. I will Big B's hand and try to grapple his sword.
Okay, you're doing another Big B's hand?
Yeah.
And you're trying to grapple his sword.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I don't know if that's gonna work at all.
Now let's give it a shot. So, Big B's hand moves over here to attempt to...
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Hang on. Toss it a bit.
Oh, fuck.
Have you scribed before?
I haven't.
Oh shit, you about to ride the Matrix, girl.
Okay.
You about to plug in.
Let me down and tell you what's going on.
The first time is always disappointing.
Yeah, you can have these rushes.
This will feel.
You know, it can get a little intense.
Okay.
Always fall the first time.
You'll be great.
Okay.
Yeah. Try and just focus real hard, though.
Just focus. I just focus on the sword of Cass.
Yes, and try and keep your mind clear and on the sword, or else you'll get like other weird interference, and it gets a lot.
I'm thinking of so many other things, but I'm really trying to focus on this sword. Okay.
Penises.
Focus on the
Penises,
sword.
dicks. What? No, sword of Cass.
Sword. It's very phallic, but sword.
The earth around it is not super hard. There is a dampness. When I say silt, I mean like this appears to have been...
of dicks again. Hold on, sword.
Focus, Bex.
Focus.
Okay.
Big black sword.
We're gonna die.
Sword.
It seems to be... submerged somewhere in...
Children.
I'm focusing.
Deja vu.
Your sword is a dick. Tell him he's a dick.
Well, now listen.
That is the biggest, blackest sword.
Oh, the sword is a dick. That's funny.
Oh, yeah, no. It all came full circle. It's the episode title there. The sword is a dick. A divine seed that was placed inside her body when she was slain by the vestige.
I placed my seed inside of her.
And it quickened.
Don't make it weird.
I'm not gonna.
I make everything weird, man.
I'm not gonna further question you about that.
You knocked her up.
Yeah. Okay. There must be an elf thing. That's interesting. Yeah.
Let's see.
Such a dick move. More like dick move.
But you don't want to wake up yet. Grasping at slumber still. But uncomfortable. Something is pressing into your back a little painfully. The dream fades. You try to hold on to.
It's not a dick, Laura.
It is in fact my dick.
What happened last night?
Oh, yeah. We had sex. Well, you had a lot of sex with the Sue girl. A little bit of sex with brains over there.
Okay. That was very candid.
Why is that all right with you, Rev?
People find comfort where they
You
can.
were real into it. I just want to let you know. You were having a lot of fun. I even at one point asked if you wanted to stop because it seemed a little bit obscene even to me, but you kept on going.
Do you have any whiskey?
I do.
Darling, could you just keep a ear to the ground as things go?
Yes,
His eyes are just darting all over the place. He doesn't really make eye contact very well.
I'm on all fours with my ear to the ground.
Persuasion check.
What's wrong?
Oh, sorry.
Persuasion
Perception check. Persuade that dirt to tell you what's up. No. Spend a lot of time by yourself reading.
Reading.
Yeah. Good times.
In the bathroom.
Clusters of semen all over.
Really hoping you were going to go
It was
there.
still funny when it was just implied, but you can paint it across the wall if you like.
Always funny.
Always.
Zero in on it.
Every
Real
time.
tight.
We're talking about masturbation.
Check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to my room, and it takes me an hour to do this, hour and 10 minutes to be exact.
Okay.
But I put the
10 minutes.
10 minutes is
clean
important.
up.
Yeah.
Look at the dungeon master.
He's out. He's out.
Is that maybe the longest face palm?
I don't know. You guys made me face palm pretty long before.
So I go upstairs to cast Find Familiar.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it was acid reflux.
You taste like a seaman.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Oh.
I want to shake. I want to shake your hand, but at the same time, I want to smash it.
I've never been more proud of my wife. There is a flash of greenish blue teal energy out of his grip, and there, clutched within his grasp, you see the falchion.
You, I don't even need to touch it, but would you trust me to study it for a moment?
Do you have any experience with items like this?
Well, I'm good at figuring things out. I'm clever.
I might be able to help you with that. I've read a few. He's kind of obsessed with like underwater life and mermaids, so I've read a few.
You charge further down the tunnel. The shaft curves to the right in a wide spiral. About a few dozen. Let me see you. There we go. What was that?
The shaft curve.
You said the shaft, and
she's
laughed.
right there?
Like before you were done with the word shaft.
No, it's the shaft goes to the right, y'all.
It's our psychic power.
It's usually to the left, but whatever.
That's okay.
Not from her perspective.
All right. Boom.
Amazing. Boom. Too fast. Too fast. Like a fencer. That was amazing.
Anywho.
I walked into that one.
Well.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Life or death. Here we go.
The tunnel continues in a wide spiral before eventually snaking a bit.
You're an asshole.
Before sharply turning to the right. The tunnel straightens out before emerging into a chamber of... God damn it, guys. This is serious.
Yeah,
Lives are at stake here. Some variations, but it doesn't seem to be much of a difference one way or the other.
There's no plateaus on either side.
The slight plateau on both sides.
Okay. Then the left.
Okay. You guys curve to the left. Make your way to the side, unnoticed. No other scenario. No issues. It gets colder and colder the further down the tunnel you go, and while it is moist, you begin to see your breath just in general, just low to the ground.
Terrible. Jesus, Laura.
Literally 12.
I'm glad I'm back.
We are too, Laura. We are too.
Would you say that detect magic is still cooking at this point? Are we still under the 10 minutes from when I cast it?
You're getting close to the tip of it, to the end of
Am I
it.
sensing anything?
Just the tip of it?
Just
find one thing you're good at in life and do it for the rest of your life.
I'm sorry.
Do all of it.
Guys! Fucking focus!
Oh shit!
Focus.
I'm gonna use my boots at this.
So.
See, this is why I shouldn't have used my spell.
No. No more dick jokes. Focus on the cube.
That was a dick joke.
Everything's a dick joke with you, Laura.
All right, guys. So.
I think I'm 40 feet within him. If you do it.
Feet within him.
Wow,
35, 40. You do. You get right up to its body.
So deep? Okay.
Their hand picks it up and it's up around. She kind of passes it over.
Whoa! What?
That's not.
Oh, there it comes. Oh, are you drawing something? It's a dick.
I knew it. And then I was going to write dick.
Oh, you didn't even need to.
Studies you've been able to find that talk about penetrating the Kryn dynasty's intense boundaries. I fucking looked at you immediately, Laura, because I knew where it was going. You see...
You see, you know it too. That means you looked at me because you knew.
Of course. Like as soon as I read the word and I was like... Without fail.
To the great God,
we missed you. We missed you. But for those who were able to move past the boundaries...
I feel a duty, a responsibility to this family because they are my family.
Grog.
You feel a duty? The privy is over there, over there. Oh, the front yard beckons.
Yeah, but Grog does bring up a point that I was trying to make before he started laughing when I said duty.
Let it roll.
A duty, but then you immediately started talking about...
Stop it, Travis. God, I can't.
It's gotten to all of
You
us
know,
now. I mean,
tearing your family apart.
off to the races.
We can tell from their posture that they're not on leave. They're actually there, what seems to be more on duty.
They're more on duty, though you're not sure if it's just their own duty or if they've been given some sort of post specifically by whoever's paying them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll allow it.
Do I... Fuck, but that doesn't give me...
Fuck butt.
Fuck butt. Do I have any more movement?
At the moment you say this, you feel this cold sensation in the back of your skull as one of the cocked rifles is now pressed up against the base of the head.
Do I know what a rifle is?
You have no idea.
You know what a
Ah, that's cool.
And they just kind of have their hands on the side of their various cutlasses and long swords and short swords.
Yeah, if there's any out, maybe there's not, but the thing I'm going to do leaving is to try to subtly, get a good look at size, what I think they're capable of.
Roll an intelligence check.
Yeah.
You can definitely, instantly with your feet, the DM's Bane feet.
12.
12. Okay, you get a quick glance at it. From a superficial level, you have a good idea of how it looks. You're not entirely certain of the components
Can
required.
I see at least, is it this or this?
It depends. Is it the fully cocked rifle or?
You see about 3 of them are longer barrels. They're like a two-handed piece, and there are a handful that are just a simple... Laura Bailey, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
Captain Tusktooth.
Yes,
Doesn't your weapon have an eyeball on it?
it does.
That's cool.
But I don't want her to know.
Oh, but because she would also swallow, so she would know that her weapon would have it.
Speaking of beautiful. I was so taken by that marking, that tattoo you had. I was wondering if you might show it to me again.
With a flash and a scattering of ocean water across the far wall of the chamber, the falchion emerges in your grasp. It's what it's always done!
Do you know what will happen if we...
Sorry.
Do you know what will happen if we take this sphere to the place of its choosing?
To consume.
God.
Oh my God, Matt and Travis are gonna make out!
I crave it.
She steps around the desk.
Oh, fuck.
And just places her fingers on the hilt of the sword where the eye is. Then you'll need your rest.
Yeah, I did not stop watching her after he left.
Right.
What is she doing?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Roll well.
Just a 10.
Okay. Okay. You watch as she takes her glove and puts it back on. As you ascend the cold stone stairs, the beam of the eye lighting the way, your passage is suddenly blocked by something. A statue, humanoid but featureless. Provoke.
There has to be more to you than just this contradictory, for the sake of being contradictory aspect, huh?
I would love for you to tell me about it someday.
Come, let's have a drink, huh?
Yeah.
First round's on me.
Deal.
Everyone's fucking vaunting.
You are going to judge me for finger motions. Hold on, everybody, stop the game. Laura Bailey just shamed me for a sexual finger motion at this table after 3.5 motherfucking years. I have seen everything.
I'm just letting you know I'm trying to keep her close. I feel like this whole thing is just getting a little out of sorts, and the best way to maybe keep a small finger on the pulse of things is just to...
Sure. I'm so glad you put it that way. You're a good man, Ford, so just be careful.
Hey, Laura. Hey, Laura. That's a pretty good penis you drew over there.
Thanks.
It's very lifelike.
Oh my god, it's big.
Sam told me to!
Did you hear what was revealed in that moment?
He's coming from the depths.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Looks like some stuff happened there, too.
Wow, this is serious, guys.
All right.
Am I still tiefling?
Should we prep?
Oh, we've got about 1 minute left.
What's it look like? What's it look like when I change? Can you see like a little bit of my features poking through? What happens?
No, it just
Am I
happens
getting a little
instantaneously.
slower?
I want to see. Wait.
Really?
Can I look in your pants as it's happening?
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
You watch as the polymorph wears off.
Describe it. Tell us.
6.
And
does it just disappear? Does it?
4.
It
3.
Yeah.
2 reverts and
1.
Happy New Year.
there you go.
I was in the pool.
Oh, for goodness sake! Wow.
I was distracted. I was looking at the horns. I didn't even see.
I saw it.
Was the rift just large enough for a creature like that to come through, or was it larger?
It looked like at the moment, like a creature that size can maybe squeeze through, but you also saw it kind of begin to expand as the creature began to draw near. So it may have had some level of flexibility.
So not like something else came through before.
Well, I mean,
fucking
I don't
Laura.
know. These things can happen. Really?
I'll walk over to the first demon dog. I'll take the falchion and I'll cut the stinger off the tail.
Okay.
And hand it over to Caduceus and go like, shouldn't we maybe hold on to these for something?
Probably talk to Nod about that.
We were on another case and we stumbled upon a bit of a rifty.
Yeah, it was like, like a
doorway to another dimension.
It was very flexible.
Oh my goodness.
To another dimension.
Sort of could expand to accept any shape that sort of wanted to enter it. But the interesting part, that wasn't the interesting part.
No.
I want to give you something. And I pull out a written copy.
Laura Bailey.
We were all
Laura Bailey.
We were all there.
Right.
Of the cipher. I know how to write in this. There's instructions on how to write in it. What is it called? Mining camp. What's it called? It's like a
Deep River Mining
You're
Camp.
the note
thing.
person.
No,
Shaft?
it's like a shaft. Mining shaft.
It's the shaft.
It's the shaft.
The deep river
it's a
mining.
big
Part that I was
shaft.
confused on.
It's a big one.
You have a comfortable amount of loose soil now.
All right.
On the top of your tower.
I'm gonna seed it with my ability. Like anything that's dead in there, I'm just gonna start things going.
Okay.
Spread your seed all over?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And I'm gonna take a look around. Thank you for that. I'm gonna take a look around.
Look out, your house.
We're gonna grow eggplants.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be here for a while, might as well get comfortable.
Thank you for. I was gonna say caring.
That's accurate. Give me a hand. I'm not a good person, but we are friends. We are friends.
We are friends.
All right, to be continued.
Is that fire and water mixing?
That's when Starbucks.
You get Steve.
The winds of destiny.
What about she comes alone?
She comes alone.
But then where are you?
But she comes more with another person.
True words.
Well, it's different. Is it though? It's just different. It's still good. It's just different.
That's right.
Wife, mother of my son.
But it does look like yourself.
She can't have come alone because you're sending the message.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
You're still blinded.
Sure.
Probably a muscular tunnel.
I'll say you're not restrained, but any attempts to push your way out are at disadvantage. So if you're trying to push your way out at this point, go ahead and make a strength check with or athletics check with disadvantage.
No, that doesn't sound like me. What am I gonna do?
I got vored like a sword and not by ford. And the cat claw will move forward and slide one or two claws into the mouth of this thing, into the mandible, and rip away the bottom jaw and hopefully just tear down the front of its body and open it up.
It's like the worst rectal exam. Just go ahead and roll damage.
Ugh.
Yeah, rip open that muscular tunnel.
Yeah, do some good damage to that muscular tunnel.
Yeah!
What? What did you mean?
Stick your
We're talking
finger
about-
into that.
That is 20 points of rectal damage.
Non-magical objects of a smaller size, but I mean, give it a tug. You're pretty strong. See if you can move it.
Yes, just
Okay.
give it a tug.
I'll give it the hardest tug I can.
Make a strength check.
Can I dangle from it?
Yes, you may dangle from it as you tug.